there's a scholar in our country whose great research has been in the Soviet Union, and he speaks Russian very fluently. Well, he made a trip to Russia not too long ago, and in the cab, the taxi driving out to the airport, he had a young man that was driving there, the cab driver, and he got him in a conversation and found out the young man was working his way through school. He had a job, but he was also still going to college. So he asked him, he said, well, when you get through, what do you want to be? What are you going to do when you finish your education? And the young man said, I haven't decided yet. Well, when he got to Russia, and he got in a taxi to take him from the airport into Moscow, by coincidence, he had a young man, driver. And he got him in a conversation since he could speak Russian. And the young man, he too was getting his education at the same time. And he asked him that question. What do you want to be? What do you want to do when you finish your education? The young man said, they haven't told me yet. In other words, somebody from the government comes in and says, this is what you're going to do. And he doesn't have anything to say about it. Well, that's the difference between our two systems. And I think as we look in the days ahead, there's every evidence that if we all of us play the game correctly, I think we're going to see a different world where the countries are, and the people are going to choose freedom. And they're not going to have to wait for somebody to tell them what to do.
It seems like that.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all of it?
Well, I have a couple more, but they weren't that important.
Oh, I know we're probably running out of time here. Well, I've enjoyed this very much. I hope it's been helpful to you.
Yeah, well, now we're going to die.
Have these, since you're a book reader also.
Thank you.
That, you're seeing the White House there. You know, for many years I've been in and out of Washington. When I was governor, there was business that took me there and so forth. And so many times you drive by the White House and see it there, and it always had a kind of a mystery of it, a little in awe of it, what it might be like to live there, and so forth. And then it happened. And that first day after the inaugural ceremony, walked up that walk and through the door and into the White House and said, this is where we live now. And it was a wonderful experience. The people that work in the White House and serve you and cook and do all those things, they are so proud to have that job that they're just wonderful. They just go out of their way to make sure that everything is right. And so it was a wonderful experience, those 8 years.
So do you know?
Thank you very much.
I'm not handing you this because it's so heavy.
You think you can carry it? You'll be able to carry it?
Well,
You need that to
I
have
think yeah. Oh, isn't it? Can I have your autograph? I really did. Right. Oh, you have a pen.
On just a clean page here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Eleanor Ray.
What?
Eleanor Ray.
Eleanor?
Eleanor Ray. Eleanor.
Eleanor.
E-L-E-A-N-O-R.
Yeah.
N-O-R.
Ray.
I'm sure you write better than I do, but my experience.
Well, we discussed it with some friends.
Did you jar her memory what he said was the most important accomplishment? Yes, he wanted to tell me.
What's happening now in these days with all the...
Oh, with
all
the
the
East
things
Europe
as
and
well,
all that.
because when he came into...
What about this one? What did he like a lot? Okay.
upstairs.
Okay.
All right, we're done.
Okay.
All right.